Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Untitled Hockey. My name is Tyson, and right now we're taking a quick look at the Easton Stealth RS hockey stick. There's been a lot of buzz going around on this hockey stick ever since it was first kind of leaked out last year in the 2011 playoffs. Quite a few guys were using this stick in the playoffs, and it really made a big splash. And basically what this stick is this is the evolution of the S19 stick. They made a big jump from the S17 to the S19, and they went ahead and increased and further fine-tuned the stick with this one here with the RS. I was fortunate enough to get my hands on a stick, so I've actually been able to shoot around and play around this stick, and I was extremely happy with it. Starting it out on the overall materials they're using the same construction process that Easton's used previously, which is that compression molded. So that gives it a nice consistent feel, nice solid feel, and then they also have that full Kevlar wrap to it. So it's going to increase the durability of the stick as well as going to decrease the vibrations, giving it a really nice solid feel. And then another thing which you want to note, which is a big difference between this stick and the S19, is they've actually changed the materials up a little bit in the shaft portion. So what that's done is it's decreased the overall weight of the hockey stick. So it's a little bit lighter than what you saw in the S19, and it has a really nice lightweight feel to it. And then the other big difference in the shaft area of this stick is they've actually changed the shaft dimensions slightly. So I mean, some people might not notice it at first, but it really does have a nice feel to the stick. It has more straight sidewalls than rounded corners. I mean, it almost feels like it's almost slightly narrower if you compare this to the Easton S19. The S19 is a little more rounded than this, but it has a really nice, comfortable feel to this shaft. So I'm really happy with what they've done there. And according to Easton, 95% of their pros are using these shaft specs. So they kind of basically just took the demands of the pros and brought it into the retail version. I think Easton's done a great job on the graphics of the stick. They have a lot of black on black graphics on it. It gives it a really distinctive, cool look to the stick, as well as that really noticeable yellow markings on one side of it, which is on the backhand side of the stick. Going on to the overall feel of this hockey stick, as I mentioned, it's going to be lighter than the S19, so it's an extremely lightweight stick. It's not necessarily going to be the lightest stick on the market, but it's definitely going to be in that ballpark. As far as the balance of the stick goes, it has an excellent balance feel. Definitely does not feel blade heavy. And then in talking to the guys at Easton, basically the main goal of what they wanted to do out of this stick was they wanted to make the most out of your opportunities in the game. So being that maybe in a game you might get, or your team might get like 35 shots and each player may only have a couple shots, or you may only get one shot in the game, they wanted to make sure that the players were able to get the most of their opportunities. So this stick really focuses on the shot release. As I was able to shoot around with this stick, I was really surprised by just how much power felt out of it, how snappy it felt, but how smooth it also felt at the same time. Myself, Eric, and Matt, some of the other guys at the warehouse, we all were shooting around the stick, and all of us were really happy with the shot release. In particular, it excels most on those wrist shots and snapshots, which are most of the shots being taken during the game. But you can take slap shots with it as well. It's not going to not allow you to take a slap shot on it, but just where the flex profile of the stick is, or where the flex point is definitely going to be just designed a little bit more for those wrist shots and snapshots. So once again, this has been just a quick look at the Easton Stealth RS hockey stick available here at inlineandicewarehouse.com.